I to this day have no idea who entered us or who submitted us to Cannes. The director and I had just gotten back from a whirlwind tour of other film festivals in Europe. So we were beside ourselves with happiness, and we just decided we have to go. You know, this might be once in a lifetime. We have to go. We just basically dug up the one credit card that was still working and bought some plane tickets and took off. I was flabbergasted. I couldn't believe it. You know, we'd flown into Paris and we'd flown into Nice. The water, the Côte d'Azur, was this incredible blue. That's why they call it Côte d'Azur. It was this azure blue water. And we landed in Nice, and then we had this plane where they just rolled up a stairway and we walked down it. It was like in the movies. It was like in a Hitchcock film. It was amazing. You know, all the rumors and all the photographs and all my image of the festival that I'd had in my imagination of seeing pictures of it and hearing about it, every single thing came true. There were rich people everywhere. There were naked women everywhere. There were topless beaches all over the place. People were beautiful. We were just these little nothing guys with a short film. And there was Arnold Schwarzenegger's yacht parked out in the bay. You know, it was amazing. We had a short film, and it was in the director's fortnight division. We were not up for the Palme d'Or. So we were sort of not in that main event group. But it was, nonetheless, it was fantastic. And we were very busy working. We had little peel and stick posters. We put those up. And we had regular full-size posters. We put those up. So we would just go out at night and just plaster the place with posters and buttons. We gave buttons to everybody we met. We had a little image from the film of the room falling out of the building on these little square buttons we'd made. And we just talked to everybody, and we wrote letters to the critics. We wrote postcards. We just really promoted the film as best as well as we could, given our very limited resources. The plot of the film is that a young boy is kept inside in a New York apartment by his father, who is incredibly afraid of what's going on in the world outside. So he will not let his son leave the apartment except to go to school. But the boy really wants to get out. And he has all these books about travel and fantasy and adventure books. So one day the mother and the father are eating dinner with the boy, and they have a fight. And the boy gets very upset, and he runs into his bedroom, and he locks the door for the first time on his father. And the father tries to get in the room, and the boy is reading a book about this young boy. It's in a castle, and a bird comes along, and the young boy grabs onto the bird's leg, and the bird takes him, and they fly away. And so he's imagining getting out of there. He really wants to be set free. And the father is pushing on the door and pushing on the door and banging on the door. And all of a sudden, the whole room, the walls begin to crack. And the entire bedroom that the boy is in cracks and slides out of the building, falls to the street below, at which point he packs up his pillowcase and takes off and just walks away, much to the surprise of his parents and people on the street. And, you know, I guess at one point, well, after we had finished it, we sort of realized, you know, we were just too dumb to know that this couldn't be done. So we did it. If people understood how much work it was going to be at the beginning, there would be no movies, because things would go well, then they would go badly. Then we would have a shoot, then we'd have to wait 3 months to do more shooting. And the whole thing, over the course of about a year, got shot. And it was a complicated production, and it was all in camera. It was no CG. So we had all in-camera effects. We had to build a full-size bedroom that had to appear to slide. So we did that on a stage, and it slid down a couple of 2x10s that were greased. We had to build a miniature of the full building to put on the street, and then we had to have a miniature room that matched the full-scale room fall out. We had to shoot that at high speed so it would look realistic. So there were a lot of challenges in making the film, but we got a great crew. Everybody worked like crazy. I mean, you should only do things that you think are worth doing. And if you think they're going to lead somewhere else, or that's why you're doing them, you're probably doing them for the wrong reason. Because you never know. You never know how things are going to affect your career. You just do them if you're interested. There are no guarantees.